This is a knockout, mama. Like bombshell energy. Oh, I love this look. This was a triumph of the season, I think. Um, Stepping into Simone's shoes was such a treat, and I think we really grew as people that day.
Now we're gonna move on to runways. This is my favorite part. Tell us about the creation of the garment and everyone who had a hand in bringing it to life. And most importantly, the cost involved in getting everything ready. First up, your promo look.
Absolutely. Okay, this is one of my favorite looks, and this is a knockout, mama. Like bombshell energy. The prompt was like a pinup pastels, like tell us who you are. And so I took that all into account and I designed this look that is equal parts like Alice in Wonderland, which a lot of my work lives in, this whimsical world. And I wanted to bring a little bit of that like farm queen energy to this. It's a bunch of patterns put together. There's some 60s patterns in this sleeves, excuse me, not 60s, 1910s patterns in the sleeves, and then it goes into like this high-low skirt, and it's all knife pleated. Yeah, me and my good friend Rachel Zombie, we stitched this together, and she's just incredible. This piece probably cost us, I want to say, in total, probably $500.
Next up, your reveal look.
Oh, I love this look. So this look, I wanted to get into my suitcase at all costs. This was like my like artful fashion piece one of my first artful fashion pieces that I ever constructed. The concept is like this trapped doll. She's been pinned through the chest. Her arm is stuck in her skirt. This is actually a smaller version of what it's actually supposed to be. I trimmed her down for the show. The skirt is originally so big you can't move in it, and that's kind of the theme. Like it's supposed to be just immovable, this crazy huge doll. I designed it and I made it with some amazing little grannies that helped me like quilt
that's so cute.
of the skirt. But the cost, this one probably cost me about, I'd say probably about 500 as well. It was like, I pull all these fabrics together and do what I can on a budget.
And now your entrance look.
Oh yes, this is one of my favorites. This look was actually the first look that I wore as UTICA. So I was like frolicking around the city and with a different name and had no idea what I was doing. But then when I finally figured out what I wanted to do, I named her UTICA and I just hit the stage, and this was the first look I ever wore. I love it. It's like a little Vivienne Westwood nod. Yeah, I constructed it and put it all together. And I had some lovely people like help me fit it for the show because it was more boxy for the show. And this was very cheap, like putting it together. I'd say the whole thing maybe cost like $100 total.
Whoa.
But
must be nice.
Girl, you go and you find what you can.
And now your lady look.
Oh my goodness, absolutely. This one was constructed when I went to college. And this one, I love like the little 60s, like twiggy energy. And so the concept is just like, this one is a part of a set. So this one is like the childlike, like a little 60s fashion nod. And then it goes with my vampy look, which is like a dark empress version that kind of bastardizes and crushes all those little play pinballs and tosses them together. So yeah, I wanted to bring like a fashion set to Drag Race, and this was the first of the set. And the cost, I'd say this one was probably around $200 to $300 to put it together.
Next up, your vampy look.
There she is. Yes. So yeah, this piece is, the darker version. I wanted to give just like this vampiric, like woman of the night energy, and yeah, she goes as a set with the previous. And yeah, I put this together, and yeah, the cost with this one was relatively cheap as well. I made a lot of it with some found pieces. The cone is a dog cone, like a Saint Bernard dog cone.
Fitting, because you're a bitch.
So I put everything on that. Yeah, and the cost was probably around the same $200 to $300.
Next up, your sheer look.
Oh, this is one of my favorites. So my aunt, my favorite aunt would come out to my drag shows, recently passed, and it's so sad, but she was a big supporter of my drag, and she was like the only family member that would come to my shows and whatnot. And so we were shopping one day, and we found these vests. Everything that you see down below, the orange, the blue, the pink, they're all like sheer vests that you put on, like, they're very flowy. And so we bought this like Goodwill out from all they had, and we just stitched them onto a cute little bodysuit. And I was like, it's sheer. It's kind of like a little like Fleetwood Mac kind of energy. And so yeah, I put this together, and the cost was it was probably just the cost of the vests. So I'd probably say it was like $300.
Next up, your phenomenon look.
Yes. Okay. So this one's kind of fun. So I wanted to just share a little bit of my personality, which is like a little crazy, a little wiggly, and I'm all bones, and so I'm like, I was like, what can I do to accentuate that? So I put together some of this like elastic. Denali let me borrow her red bra because I forgot mine at home. So, and yeah, I put the colors of the boots all work together, and yeah, I put this bad boy together. But
She's
yeah, the
self-made.
cost for this was probably like the most expensive was the boots. So they were like what, $150. So the whole thing was probably like $250.
Wow. Oh, I love this look. Your trains for days look.
I am obsessed with this. So it's inspired by the iconic Carol Burnett skit on her show Went with the Wind. And yeah, she comes down the stairs in this curtain rod dress. It was designed by Bob Mackie himself for the show. And yeah, this piece, I wanted to do a little nod with that. And I found these beautiful purple curtains and this gorgeous pink and purple fabric to go underneath it, and did my own little version. Yeah, and my friend Kelsey made the base dress, and I put together the curtains. So fun fact about this one, the curtain train was as long as the runway. Like,
oh, really?
insane. But I felt like I was like, I'm not going to be able to do anything on the runway. Like, how do I walk with a train that's as long as the runway? So I was like, I don't know if I can do that. So right before the runway, I cut it down and made it more accessible. Still really long, but just, just still that impact, but being able to move in it. And like, if I had to lip sync, it would not be like the whole runway. But yeah, the whole of this would probably be around $500 to $600 for this bad boy.
And now your doggy bag look.
Yes. So yeah, we got to pick a bag look, and I chose doggy bag, like at a restaurant, and I mixed it with like a little French poodle moment. So this is just a bunch of pieces I had that I put together. I didn't have a lot of time to really like formulate this completely. So I had all the pieces, I got everything together, and so I did a little poodle homage. My friend Lady Swallows made the pants once upon a time, so I stoned those, and then had everything fit all nicely. And yeah, I love this look. It's super fun, it's campy. And the whole cost, I'd say, oh, it's very cheap though, putting all these pieces
$5.
I'd already had together. So I'd say the whole thing was probably around like $75, maybe
I was
$50.
close. And now your money bags look.
Oh, I live. Okay, so yeah, so this one is also a little Carol Burnett nod. She just is an icon of mine. I think she's just, you know, one of my favorite humans on the planet. And yeah, this one I wanted to go like a little chic homage, like businesswoman with that's all legs. And okay, this is gonna seem this is the only piece that is off the rack.
I don't want to see no H&M, girl.
So I found this beautiful like suit dress once upon a time in New York. And I just fell in love with it. It was one of my favorite pieces. And yeah, as I was putting everything together, everything got so crazy and chaotic that I just was like, this will have to work. It's cute, it's gorgeous, it'll fit the vibe. And so then I made this this jewelry set to go with it, which are curtain stays. They're like big curtain that you put curtains through. And I just put it all together and made the damn thing work. And I think it really worked for the challenge and everything. And yeah, I really love this look. So
How much did this cost?
oh my goodness, I don't know how much did this cost. Probably around like $75.
And now your infamous bag ball eleganza look.
Mama put me on the map.
Yes, she did.
This was a labor of love. It's so it just turned out so beautifully. My concept was I wanted to deconstruct a sleeping bag, but still have it read sleeping bag when it's on my body, like just to, you know, create it into this magical, whimsical piece. I got a bunch of sleeping bags in the ball challenge and I put them all together and it was so comfy and it just turned out so beautifully. So we on the show we have about 6 hours the first day and we have 4 hours the next day before the runway to get it done. I got this piece done within the 6 hours the first day. It just all came together so beautifully.
And then she just slept in it.
Yeah, and girl, I took a nap in it backstage. It was so cozy. But yeah, it was so fun to build. It was really difficult to work with this material though. Like the sleeping bag fabric is 3 layers. It's 2 layers of like a nylon and then like a fluff in the middle. So it's kind of like sewing with a sandwich, getting all those layers to stay together. But yeah, when I looked in the mirror after building this, I was like, oh, this is game over. Like, and yeah, for it to be revered as much as it did on the show was just.
Now, do you think you were robbed in the ball?
Well, if the week was based on the challenge, I would have won, but I guess it wasn't. So
What was it? What was it based on?
Okay. So yeah, I think Gottmik and I were very like neck and neck up in the top, but I think that she took it for like the overall looks of the whole week, but I think I definitely won the challenge of the week. Like I walked that runway like it was the only runway in town. So like I don't know. I don't know. I think sometimes a little Rob storyline is better than a winning storyline. So anyway.
And now your little black dress look.
Yes, Miss Black Dress. So I found these little earrings that were like a little Audrey Hepburn, little gold, little figurine earrings. And so yeah, I was like, I want to be these earrings. I figured out the concept. I want to do a little meta moment. Earrings on earrings on earrings. So yeah, my friend Rachel drafted this beautiful pattern for me. It's the cute little simple princess seam dress, and we found this very gorgeous black fabric, fun, cute little bodysuit, put some nails on it. And yeah, I got to put it all together. What's fun about this look is I wanted like a little earring back on my hat. And so a friend of mine 3D printed like a really large earring back to give it the illusion that I was an earring. Um, and so I love this look. I think it's conceptual, it's fun, and it's a little nod to that Audrey Hepburn. And the cost with this, I would say, is I mean, it was just probably the cost of the fabric. So I'd say the whole thing was probably around $150 to $200.
Wow. Pays off to know how to sew. And now your beat it look.
Yes. So the concept is this bloody bride who's killed her husband and stomped him on the runway. And so this is a little combination of just pearls, as many beads I could stick on here. The sleeves are covered in pearls. Looking close, it's very detailed and it has lots of texture. I love working with elastic and doing little deconstructed versions of things. And so this is kind of like a deconstructed version of a wedding gown. Yeah, I put this together myself. I made the underbody suit, put the skirts together in the front and styled it. My friend Kaya, she's so sweet. She dirtied her whole bathtub with paint and dipped the petticoats in paint in her bathtub and just like ruined her bathtub. I'm sure her landlord did not like her for that. But
That's a real friend.
The whole look was very inexpensive. I'd say the whole look, I put it all together, is probably around $75.
Even with the beads?
Yeah, girl. Like I just collect things like from wholesale stores.
Oh,
So
wow.
like, you know, the beads, the pearls, everything was very cheap. Like, you know, they have just bins of them. So yeah, so I just took a big bin of stuff and tossed it on the dress and it worked out pretty well.
And now your yellow gorgeous look.
Oh, yes. So this one is a fun little story. It's a medieval design, actually. It's from a ancient medieval pattern. So it's a Hell Windows gown. So those little windows where you see the body were like new and crazy in medieval times, and they're showing body. And so it was kind of a little nod to all the debutantes and medieval royalty that was like sticking it to the man and be like, you know, these women can show body too. And so I found all these like weird yellow patterns and put them together, give it a little whimsy. And yeah, my friend Rachel helped me make this bad boy, and it's got yellow fur, it's got all these crazy yellow patterns. And the cost, this one was probably around 200 to 250. I had a lot of the fabrics, and it was just like getting the bodysuit and putting it all together. So
Next up, your fascinating fascinators look.
absolutely, Mama's going to a picnic. This one's really fun. I wanted to do like a little picnic homage with the picnic basket on my head. And fun fact, these little ants are made of buttons. So they're little buttons and bobby pins that we put together to give them the illusion that we're ants. I love it. It's campy, it's fun, and I can send Elliot home. Okay, yeah, and yeah, some friends of mine helped me put it together, and the cost probably was around $100.
And now your drag doppelganger look.
Oh, I love this look. This was a triumph of the season, I think. Stepping into Simone's shoes was such a treat, and I think we really grew as people that day. Yeah, the look I put on Simone, the whole concept is feeling comfortable in your own skin. And I wanted to do a gown wrap that has a little bit of tension. It's has stretch, and it gives a lot of tactile movement to the piece. And then the bodysuit underneath is like, you know, the tendons and the veins and showing what's underneath. So it was so fun that I brought this piece because I think it fits all bodies. It can go on anyone. Um, and so yeah, it was so fun to do this piece. Um, my good friend Ash helped me pattern this piece out. I laid on the ground and we just like drafted this dress together. And then yeah, the cost of this I would say was probably um, I'd say around $300 for the whole thing.
And now your Beast Couture look.
Yeah, so this one is a little hybrid of the Beauty and the Beast together as one. Um, and yeah, it's all fur. It's two different kinds of fur, and it's like a shag fur and a very soft fur. Um, and yes, my friend Rachel helped me pattern this skirt. The skirt used to be really big, and then we cut it down to be a more accessible um, walk the runway version. The cost, this one was relatively expensive because of all the fur. Um, the whole thing cost me, I think, up towards to like 800 to $900.
Your nice curled roast look.
Oh God. um, uh, so the concept is I wanted to do like a whimsical kind of a master of ceremonies type of look, wrangling the lion, but dash of color. So this is a look that I put together. I have a bunch of prom grannies that I know, and so these people sell a bunch of prom dresses. So it's a bunch of pieces from prom dresses that I put together for the skirt, and then yeah, drafted the coat, and yeah, and the cost is oh goodness, this one was probably around 500. This whole thing.
Next up, your unaired lame look.
Oh yes, so the concept with this one, I love this look. This one is I wanted to do like the remembrance of fall and then the coming of spring was the whole concept. So as it reveals open, it shows these beautiful like spring fall colors, and there was a little reveal prepared for it where I would have all of these like gold leaves and flowers and whatnot, and as I opened they would just like flow out like a little bat. I love like the holy trifecta, so like the halo, the rings around my hands. It gives a little bit of like a holy nod. The designer, Rachel, did amazing with this piece, and we drafted this beautiful like no hands pattern. The cost, well, it was mostly the cost of the fabric. The lame was kind of expensive, and so the whole thing was probably around $500.
And now another unaired look, your Hot Pockets look.
Yes, I love this. So, yeah, the look comes from a designer named Jade, and so they drew this amazing design where it was all like chaps on chaps on chaps. And so, I asked Jade if I could use this design because I just felt so strongly that it was like the farm queen. So, yeah, me and my friend Rachel, we drafted this pattern of all of these different pockets from jeans that go from a light denim down to up to a dark denim. And we constructed these crazy chaps, and it's just pockets on pockets, and this like bovine bitch. And we shot this on the farm, and that's where I worked for many a year in the milking cattle, where in the background there. And the cost of this whole thing is probably around $200 to $300.
Next up, your unaired drag excellence look.
It's one of my favorite looks ever. I'm so obsessed with this. The concept is I wanted to give like the art of a cathedral in a text style, and so yeah, my friend Rachel knocked this out of the park. She drafted the pattern, and then we put it together. It's made of a canvas boat fabric that you cover boats with on the inside to give it a structure, and then the outside is this beautiful lace, not lace, excuse me, this brocade silk. It's just amazing. So this one would have been very expensive. Like the brocade silk itself, it goes up to like $200 a yard. It's insane. But the ladies at the fabric store love me so much, and they put it down to $50 a yard, which is insane. So the whole thing, including the headpiece, is probably around $500.
Whoa.
Wild.
Oh, and now one of my favorites, your grand finale look.
Oh, yes. So the concept with this is I wanted to literally be the night sky. I wanted just that deep velvet with those sequins to just sparkle. And I'm very inspired by like superheroes and characters in like shows and whatnot. And so this one has a little bit of a Venom nod as well from Spider-Man. And so I just wanted it to cover every inch of my body. So I designed this look and drew it all out, and I approached Joshua Aponte, and Joshua helped me create the skirt that goes under this piece, and he helped me drape the skirt. And yeah, we got to knock this out of the park together. And yeah, he's a brilliant designer, and that was my first time working with like an upper echelon designer in the drag community, so it was very special. This look cost around $1,500, if I'm not mistaken.
So let's play a game. I'm going to say the names of several queens from your original season, and I want you to say one word that describes their style.
Simone, just iconic. Oh, Candy Muse, spicy. Got Milk. That's it. That's the word. Rose, BFA. Olivia Lux, just beautiful. Tina Burner, loud. Denali, back handsprings. That's too many words. Flips. Lala Reed, bags. Tamisha Iman, breastplate. Joey J, gay. Kamora Hall, stunning. Oh. RuPaul, sweatpants.
Got her.
Utica Queen,
Perfect.
A bitch.
So now we're going to play a game that I like to call Reimagine. I'm going to show you some past images from runway fails and design challenge misses. And I'm going to ask you how you would improve on them.
Okay, cool. Let's go. For Kennedy Davenport, that becomes her look. Miss Roasted Chicken. I think I would make it a fucking ball gown. Like, give her some feathers. Like, get same color palette, but just like feathers on feathers, and the feathers would like be the blood and the coming out of the chicken. Like, I don't know if that's blood or like just supposed to be feathers, but girl, give her a gown. Oh my god. Okay, the Chantula Christmas Eleganza. I give her a rhinestone or two. Like, it's not sparkly enough for me. I think I'd make it like a full body suit and just like details on details, boning, like just deck her out a little Mugler Christmas elevation with that bad boy. Ooh, okay, Nisha Lopez, Dragon a Dime look. I'd just throw it away and give her a new drag. But no, I would. Oh, yep, fair. No, we'll pass enough. Jiggly Caliente's Apocalyptic Couture. Okay, so this one is just hodgepodge. But I think if I was gonna reimagine it, I would give it like a full gown, but I would make it like curated Mod Podge. Like each element complements the other and just, give her decadent busyness. Lala Reed's bag ball look. So I helped her put this together.
You're responsible for this?
I put a couple staples in it. And I don't know if I would change it, girl. This is iconic.
It's iconic. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I'm gonna keep it as it is. It's sickening. God. Okay, Maddie Morphous's glam's on prime time look. Well, reimagine this bad boy. Well, I'd give her a bigger hoop skirt, and maybe more patchwork. I just give her a couple little sparkles in there. This one is hard to save, but just bigger, maybe bigger, and better. Maybe bigness will save the look.
Thank you so much, Utica. I had so much fun with you today, but before you leave, I have one more question. If you were asked to come back for Drag Race, would you do it? Yes or no, and why or why not?
Oh, well, such a pleasure to be here with you today. It was so much fun. I love you, my love. If I was asked to come back to Drag Race, yeah, 100%. I've definitely evolved as an artist and a creator, and a queen, and so I think it would be just so magical to be a part of the show again. Girl, let's stomp that runway. So RuPaul, you got me on speed dial. Come on.
Can you give any local or starting drag queens some advice for honing in their craft?
Absolutely. So drag is about finding the best version of yourself you can possibly imagine, and just like projecting it through yourself, and showing everyone how cool you really are. So I'd say, stick to your guns and do the damn thing, put in the work to look your best, to feel your best, to perform your best, and people are going to respond to that. So keep up the great work and do the damn thing.
Thank you so much, Utica, and can you let our audience know where they can find you?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. And you can find me on Instagram, all the socials, Twitter, Facebook, all the things. I have a little costume studio in Chicago. So if anyone wants anything, give me a DM and we can make some magic happen. But you'll keep seeing me out and about in the world creating. I love you all so much.
Bye, Utica. Love you.
Love you guys. Have a great interview.
Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date with our weekly content. And don't forget to hit the like button and leave us a comment below to let us know who you want to see next. And if you want early or exclusive content, make sure to support us here. Now click here to see the next part of our interview.